Hi everybody, this week we're going to be talking toners. Toners can be divided into two basic categories. There are hydrating toners and there are chemical exfoliating toners. So we're going to be talking about 4 different kinds of toners in each category. We're going to be breaking them down by the ingredients we find inside them and also by price point, going from the least expensive to the most expensive. So if you're ready to talk toners, let's dive in. Hydrating toners are packed with hydrating ingredients, obviously. We're going to see which ingredients we find in these toners, starting with the least expensive, which is Thayer's facial toner. Thayer, since 1847, is a facial toner you can find in many drugstores, and they come in a variety of different scents. This one happens to be cucumber. I believe they also come in rose and lavender, or the unscented, just basic witch hazel. The main ingredient we find after water is glycerin, which is a humectant and that allows moisture to stay onto the skin. After that we see witch hazel. Witch hazel is a plant extract which contains tannins. Tannins some people can find to be a little bit too drying on their skin. I find it refreshing. So our Thayer's retails for $10.95 for a 12-ounce bottle. That breaks down to 91 cents an ounce. So you won't find anything cheaper than that in today's video. It does a good job of making sure that you've removed all of your cleanser, so you're ready to move on to the next part of your skincare. Our next toner is also found in a variety of stores, Ulta, Target, Whole Foods. This is the Heritage Store Rose Petal Rosewater Facial Toner. This has glycerin as the second ingredient after water. It also has sodium hyaluronate, which is a concentrated form of hyaluronic acid, which is a great humectant for our moisture, keeping the moisture in our skin. We also see sodium PCA and aloe, and the rose smell comes from rose essential oil. This does smell like rose, so if you either aren't a fan of using any kind of essential oil on your face, or you're not a fan of the smell of rose, you might want to choose a different toner. $11.79 retail for an 8-ounce bottle. That breaks down to $1.47 an ounce. I've used this in the evening when I don't want to use one of my exfoliating toners, and it just gives a nice soothing, refreshing feel to your face after cleansing. Our next toner is the I'm From Rice toner. This features 77.78% rice extract. Other ingredients we see are methylpropanoidal, triethylhexanoin, niacinamide. Niacinamide is a good ingredient to look for in toners. We know it can be a brightener. It's also great for keeping our sebum production at bay so we don't get too oily. And there are also a number of other extracts from seeds than we find in our ingredient list for this product. Unfortunately, if you want to get your hands on an I'm From Rice toner, you have to order it from Korea. It is not available domestically. If you order it from YesStyle, it will come to your door from Korea, and it retails for $22.32, which is $4.40 an ounce. So we've jumped up considerably in price, mostly because of the quality of ingredients that we find. You can see it's a very milky consistency, and it really makes your face feel soft. And I think it does a nice job evening out my skin tone. Our next moisturizing toner we're going to be talking about is the Laneige Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. This is available from Sephora for $33 for a 5-ounce bottle. That is $6.60 an ounce. This has a softening and moisturizing benefit. It features white leaf tea water. I introduced this into my skincare routine to see if I liked it as much as the I'm From Rice toner. I don't like this as much as this, however. I think the overall ingredient list on the formula of this is superior, and this is more expensive, so you can't argue with that. Moving on to our exfoliating toners. Each of these toners features a chemical exfoliant. We know that chemical exfoliants break down the old skin cells that we have on our face using 3 primary methods: alpha hydroxy acids, beta hydroxy acids, or polyhydroxy acids. So we're going to talk about each one that we find in these products, starting with the least expensive, which is the e.l.f. Supertone. The Supertone retails for $8 for 5.1 ounces. That makes it $1.57 an ounce. Some of the ingredients that we see are aloe glycolic acid, which is the AHA. We see witch hazel, which we talked about, glycerin, butylene glycol. So if you are someone with sensitive skin, lemon peel oil cannot be your friend. It is kind of further down on the ingredients list, so it's not a high concentration of lemon peel oil. But if you're avoiding anything high on the citrus pH, I would recommend against the Supertone. If your skin is okay with it, if you're a normal to oily skin type, I think it's a nice, cheaper alternative than some of the other chemical exfoliating toners that we're going to talk about. Just be aware of that lemon peel oil ingredient. The next exfoliating toner we're going to be talking about is the Exuviance Moisture Balance Toner. Now, they changed the name of this to something else. I'll have it on the screen. The Exuviance toner has, as the ingredient after water, denatured alcohol. Why? I wish Exuviance did not use denatured alcohol. We know denatured alcohol is drying to the skin and can damage our skin barrier. Oh, if only this didn't have denatured alcohol in it, I'd be enjoying it 3 times a week. Unfortunately, I haven't used very much of it because I just don't want to use a product with that much denatured alcohol in it. But the other ingredients are really good. So we have an AHA and a PHA in this toner. We have sodium hyaluronate, which is a concentrated form of hyaluronic acid, which is great for keeping our moisture in the skin. Aloe, algae extract, cucumber extract, rosemary extract, glycerin. There's a lot of good ingredients in here. I just wish it didn't have denatured alcohol in it. Exuviance, if you're listening, please create a formula without denatured alcohol, and I will be your biggest fan. Moving on to the Ulla Henriksen Glow 2O Dark Spot Toner. I've talked about this toner before on my channel. This was my favorite toner of 2019 in my 2019 favorites video. This does have fragrance in it, although it is below the 1% line. I'm trying to steer myself toward unfragranced skincare, although I do really enjoy it. And the smell is delightful, I have to say. It is a very pleasant smell. This retails for $29 for 6.5 ounces. That is $4.46 an ounce. As I mentioned, I've been using this regularly 3 or sometimes even more times a week in the evening. I think it really does a great job giving the old skin cells the boot. I'm a big fan, but if I could find one that works as well as this without the fragrance, I'll let you know. And our final exfoliating toner is the Peach and Lily Good Acids Toner. This features glycerin, propanediol, hexanediol, turmeric root, glycolic acid, which is the AHA, and salicylic acid. So this has both a BHA, that's the salicylic acid, and AHA, the glycolic acid, working together. They're both good acids, as the name implies. I introduced this into my routine as a substitute to my Glow 2O, trying to find something that works without fragrance, and I think this does a good job. The Peach and Lily Good Acids retails for $39 for 3.38 ounces, which is a whopping $11.54 an ounce if you don't buy it on sale. I bought mine 50% off as part of the Ulta skincare event. Thank you, Ulta. I think Ulla has this one beat as far as the concentration of the AHAs, but if you're someone who doesn't want a higher concentration of the alpha hydroxy acids, I think this is a good one for you. And as I mentioned before, it also has the BHA salicylic acid, which goes deeper into the pore if you're prone to having breakouts. All right, that does it for this week. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What toner do you use? Do you have anything insightful to share? Have you tried any of these? Do you have others that you're a big fan of? Sound off below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on toners. Some people think that toners are an unnecessary step. Let's be honest. All of this stuff is unnecessary. Skincare itself, you could live your life without. Would you want to? I wouldn't. I think having a toning step is a really important part of my skincare routine after cleansing. Again, it creates like a dividing line between wash-off products, your wash-off cleansers, which you want to make sure are completely off of your face, and the products that you're going to be leaving on, your essences, your serums, and your moisturizer. Although some people would disagree with me and say that you do not need the toning step. Speaking of, I have to be a bit of a fanboy this week and mention that I met Hiram this week, and he was so nice. I met him as part of the Hollywood meetup, and I was so nervous because it was like seeing a celebrity, like spotting a star. And we were in Hollywood, and it was just like, oh, there he is. There's Hiram. And I got Hiram to autograph the sunscreen, which he recommended. One of his videos, he featured my morning routine, and he recommended this sunscreen be added, and I ordered it. It came from Korea, and I've been using it. I really like it. So thank you, Hiram, for the recommendation, and thank you for signing my box. See? If you're not already following me on Instagram, you can find me at 43-year-old Skinfluencer. And I'll see you guys next time.